Hey, what's up, TCC, TU, and ORU? It's Samson here again for another podcast, and we are on the TCC campus. I'm super excited to introduce to y'all another student, and her name is Sara.
Hello. Thanks for
Yes.
having me.
Thank you so much. We got another brave soul who filled out that Google form and said, I'm down to do this. I'm down to share my
Yeah.
story. And so, before we dive into your story and get moving, just tell us about yourself.
Okay.
Major, degree, all the good
All
stuff.
right. Yeah. So as he said, my name's Sarah. I am majoring in music for vocal music, actually, and then I actually have another associates of science for enterprise development. Don't really know how those are going to correlate, but we'll see
Okay.
how it goes. Um, yeah.
Okay. And you here at TCC what year?
I started okay, so I've been out for a while. I started when I graduated high school, summer 2016,
Okay.
went for like 3 years, was out for a while, and I just got back last semester.
Okay.
So,
So essentially you're fresh in.
pretty much, yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, on behalf of us schools, I'll just say welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell us a little about your story. How did you end up where you are today?
Well, as I said, I started back in summer 2016. I was in band for 7.5 years, started like officially in choir in my junior year of high school. So I really got into the music aspect and just really, I never really wrote songs, but I was really interested in like how songs are created and composed and how people could just get so into it or how the music affects your emotions and
Mm,
things. And it's kind of how it started. And so when I went into TCC, I was a music major, learning theory, oral theory, all those things. And essentially, it was really, I had a really good first semester, like summer wise, and then actual first semester. Um, I learned a lot. It was crazy. And like being back now, I'm really digging to try to remember everything that I learned. And then, like, as I go along, it just kind of comes back.
no, that's cool. That's cool. So just 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 so I can have kind of like the full picture, were you born and raised here in Tulsa?
So actually, I'm from Shamrock, Oklahoma. It's a little ghost town out of
Shamrock,
nowhere.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, not Texas, Oklahoma. Yeah, and,
Damn.
first grade year, I moved to Skiatook, Oklahoma.
I know where that's at. I
Yeah,
know I
so
know
it's not
Sky
far away
too.
from
Yeah.
Tulsa at all, and, grew up there, like, graduated high school with them, stuff like that, and I've been bouncing from Owasso, Tulsa, and Skiatook for pretty much since I graduated.
Okay, okay. So when you first graduated, came to TCC, it was originally music.
Yep.
And then coming back to TCC, and you said three years later?
About 4,
About 4?
4-ish, so my
Okay.
last semester was 4 years ago.
Okay, so coming back to TCC, it sounds like the major kind of morphed and developed.
Well, a lot of it too is that the fact that I had so many credits that I could tag that onto it, which I found interesting. And I'm like, why not? And enterprise development is actually kind of useful. Not saying, sorry, music majors, not saying music isn't useful because, like, again, music therapy is something that I kind of really looked into. As I mentioned, I like how music can affect your emotions and things.
Yeah.
Maybe even occupational therapy, things like that, are more the way I want to go. And if I do end up going to a university outside of TCC, I think that's kind of the direction that I want to take it.
Okay. That's cool. And I think TCC kind of, at least from what it looks like, is built like that. A lot of people are like kind of transfer out, building to transfer out to go somewhere else. So your love for music, it sounds like it developed maybe from your time in high school.
Well, more than that, actually. So, like, I've been singing since I was a young little kid. Like, my
Mhm.
mom plays piano and sings. My family, my like grandpa played guitar for a while. And so I've always had that music aspect growing up, and I love to sing. Even if it didn't matter if I knew the words or not, I would just learn it and go from there. And then I think, in choir in my elementary time, like a little bit,
Mhm.
but mostly band. I played clarinet, and then like outside of high school, I played bass clarinet for like a year here at TCC with their band.
Mm.
Um, And then as a band nerd, you pick up different types of instruments. So I can play a little bit of like French horn, trumpet, stuff like that, but I am in no means able to actually play them.
No, that's real. That's real. I like that you mentioned and forgive me if I butcher this, but it was like music therapy. Is
Hmm.
that what?
Yep.
So it sounds like there may have been some music therapy for you growing up. Like it has positively impacted you on your
Oh
journey.
yeah. I think I recently just talked to someone about this too. Like the way music affects people. My friend, she was going through a really dark time, right?
Hmm.
And she really just wanted to boost her confidence and stuff. She has a whole playlist dedicated to Megan Trainor. And she was like, my confidence is on fire right now. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it kind of sparked like, okay, well, what else? And when you're feeling sad, you listen to sad songs to amplify
Yeah.
your sadness.
Hmm.
Or if you want like a beat song to kind of get your mood back into it, you listen to something like when you're working out, you want something to
Yeah.
make you feel powerful. So like music itself has such an impact and like nobody really knows until like you go without it, which I hope we never do.
Yeah. No, no. I mean, definitely. I can't imagine what life would be without music.
It'd be boring.
You said what?
It'd be boring.
It'd be really boring.
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine watching a movie without the music in the background. It'd
Mm-hmm.
probably be
Just sounds.
pretty dull.
That'd be interesting, but it would be definitely weird.
That's cool. That's cool. So again, I kind of go back to this. So entered in music. It
Mhm.
morphed over that 3 year period. Is there do you want to like share anything
Yeah. So,
that played a role in that?
a lot played a role. So like coming in, of course, I have ADHD, as most of us do. And just juggling the college life and stuff was difficult, manageable. Now that I'm older, I definitely understand like, oh my gosh, maybe I should have waited at least a year.
Mm-hmm.
Um and waiting, there's nothing wrong with waiting. When I jumped in, my first semester went really well, really smooth, but I kind of got into the wrong crowd of people per se. Like at first, they were really like helpful. We all got along really well. Things were going pretty well as a group of friends, I should say. And then I don't really, because I'm trying to think. I was a part of like theater a little bit. Like I
Mm-hmm.
auditioned to be a part of musicals and stuff. And then I was also a part of like the TCC music department here.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of a mix between the two. A lot went down between that specific group, and it kind of just escalated to the point of I started really not enjoying music anymore or like really enjoying things. And if it weren't for the amazing staff at TCC,
Mm.
my close friends who I still talk to today, I probably would not be here. And it's sad that that happened. It got to the point where like I just left. I was like, I'm sorry, maybe I can come back next semester.
Yeah.
And I waited until the majority of that crowd graduated or transferred. And I did try to come back, I think, a couple different times, and it just was too much.
Yeah.
So I decided, okay, I'm just gonna wait till literally everyone is gone. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do music and stuff online. So I'm like, okay, I'll wait a little bit longer. And then what really sparked my like desire to even come back was I went and watched a couple of my friends who did make it to graduate, and I'm like, I want that for myself. And I feel like I grew up a lot. Like I learned a lot. Again, I felt very immature, and now I kind of understand. Like I have a better focus. I think
Yeah.
being here, as well as again, TCC has a wonderful staff. They are amazing. They have a lot of resources for students. Right now I'm a part of the TRIO program. I wish I had known of it when I first started. Fantastic. Ask your advisors about it because they are a great organization for us here at TCC. Um, as well as like they have counseling. You can do like 3 different sessions, I think, and can all really a lot. They have a lot of different things that they provide for their students. And again, I wish I had known back then because maybe I would have stuck it out.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, so a lot happened in that 4 year span between freshman and coming back. And so when I hear you say the phrase, if I would have known, maybe I would have stuck it out. What exactly? did you hope or wish you would have known that would have helped in sticking out?
Well, again, the trio program. I wish I would have known about that one. As well
And maybe
as
maybe I should ask how would the trio program would have like how would it have helped you?
so I'm gonna draw off of what I've experienced now. Like last semester, coming back, I was very, very nervous, anxiety out the roof, kind of thing.
Mhm.
And like I went in, they're very super friendly. You are given an advisor through Trio. They are like they sat down with me and actually explained things, like got a plan started with me. Um, and then just kind of basically explained the different types of resources. Like again, the counseling one was one of them. Um, and then, they have tutoring and things like that throughout the day. So if you wanna go to the office, you can at a certain time or even just, like, Skyping them,
Yeah.
if you need help with anything. I'm, like, blanking, of course, but
No, I mean, just what you said so far is really good. Just
mhm,
information, the fact that
yeah,
they help you get on your feet, make sure you have everything you need, send you in the right direction. It
mhm.
sounds like a very solid information station.
Yeah. Then as well as like talk to your financial advisors. And I mean, talk, like ask questions because I didn't. And I just willy nilly took out all the loans or, just whatever they were like, blah, blah, blah. And I wish I had known
Mhm.
again, like how the loan processes worked here at TCC. And I'm sure at other colleges as well. And that might have played into like my immaturity a little bit too, because coming back, I for sure was like, okay, how do I make sure that I don't repeat what I did? And one of the advisors, she explained an unsubsidized loan, subsidized loan in depth. And I was like, wow, okay, cool. So, like, the amount of knowledge that I have if you need help.
No, that's real. That's real. No, that's cool. Okay. So I think I'm getting a full picture. So it sounds like when you first were here, there was maybe some drama between friend groups
Hmm.
in the program you were in, and that kind of escalated maybe some issues that you already had trying to navigate the campus. Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind of
definitely.
that combination maybe sent you to a place where you're like, I gotta take a break?
Yeah, drama is a right word, like, it was a lot. It felt like high school drama, like, I'm like,
Mm,
"Isn't this a college campus? Like, why does this matter?" And, of course, you can talk to people about it and things and it did, I think, got brought to my professor's attention, and it even went up to, like, the dean
yeah,
and everything, and, now coming back, they have a couple extra, like, not necessarily rules, but, like, expectations that are a little higher.
yeah,
So when I sat down in class, like, they went over them and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." And especially with, like, how the world is like, evolving and growing as
yeah.
too, like, I don't want anyone to experience that, and they've taken the necessary steps to help other students.
No, that's real. I so when I hear you mention friend groups, situations, difficulties, you mentioned that there were staff members and close friends that helped you navigate that. Were those friend groups, or was that close friend or close friends part of those friend groups, or was
No.
it something completely separate?
It was something completely separate. Now, the friends that I do like, when I say friends, they were all part of the music department,
Mhm.
technically. I had a couple from, the theater troupe and stuff like that. But for the most part, the close ones that I had like 2 or 3 that were, part of the music department, and then, like, 2 professors that were also part of the music department.
Yeah.
And, they were a big staple and a part of, like, me like, making me who I am, especially.
Yeah. So, would you go as far as to say like your friend group really had a big impact
Oh,
in
yeah, your
your
friends
college
matter,
friends
definitely.
matter?
Your friends matter. Again, like I said, I got into the wrong crowd coming in, and I didn't even know, like, they were very welcoming, very, helpful in the beginning, like, we all got along, and then, like, 1 or 2 things happened, and it literally was like they flipped the script, and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Who are these people?"
Yeah.
Get to know people, it's like, you grow up with your childhood friends and stuff, but the people that you meet, I learned this recently, is you have your A friends, your B friends, and your C friends.
Come
You
on.
gotta kinda think about, okay, who are my A friends? Those are the ones who are basically going to ride or die, right? You have
Mhm.
your B friends who, if you are in a tight spot, your car broke down, whatever, you know that, okay, I can call them. Your C friends are just the people that you meet throughout your life that you're going to hold at a distance, kind of chit chat with, check up on every now and then. But for the most part, those are the ones that you're going to want to not necessarily be weary of, but kind of keep at that distance. But your
Yeah.
A friends, for sure, the closest ones that you're going to have, hopefully for life. Everybody comes and goes, but as far as that goes. And I was like, wow, I never thought of it that way.
No, that's true. That's true. So those friends that were your A friends when you first came, are those like friends that you had before?
No, everybody that I'm talking about currently, I met here at TCC.
Met here at
Hmm.
TCC. And so are you still connected with those?
Yeah, several of them actually. One went off to, I think, TU and finished his degree up in there. And then the a couple of the other ones, he graduated from TCC,
Mhm.
and then the other one moved away, but moved back recently. So
That's cool. And the reason I'm asking is because it almost sounds like the journey that you went on. Uh, C friends were kind of like they were there. Some issues came up, and it was kind of like see you later, right?
yeah,
Like,
it
but then
was.
but then you're like your A friends were. It sounds like they really held you down, even through those 3 years when you weren't here. It sounds like they
Yeah.
held you down.
Oh yeah, we did all kinds of crazy things. Like my A friends, I did. Like we would go walking around downtown Tulsa and do like Pokemon. You know, when
Oh
Pokemon
yeah.
Go was like
Oh yeah.
really
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
I think it's taking off again from what I'm seeing, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, we would do that, and like they were very good at distracting me from like when I was my darkest moments and stuff. They would call and check up on me. One of my A friends, he was very very nice about that, like, or good, I should say. He would always send me a text or randomly call me and be like, "Hey, how you doing today?" Things like that. Of course, life kind of moves on, but we do keep in contact every so often. But no, it definitely matters who your friends are.
Yeah. And it almost sounds like um sometimes it's not a good fit, or sometimes it's there could be a friend group that maybe isn't fitting for you, but it sounds like if you're intentional enough and observant enough, you can find those A friends.
Yeah, they're out there.
Yeah.
I have several that I work with now, not from TCC, but in general. Like my A group has gotten a slightly bigger. And I have more B friends, I think, where I'm like working at. But even then, like a lot of those ones I can count on if I need them and things like
Yeah.
that. Like my car yesterday, it broke. Like it literally decided to pop a hose. And so my coolant was everywhere. It's crazy. And the first thing one of my friends from work did was like, all right, let's look it up. And so he looked up a part online, and yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool that you have friends like that. Okay, so what's happening maybe like in life now? So like what's taking place now? What is maybe some challenges, maybe some things that you're noticing are blessings, opportunities, whatever.
Yeah. So like during my college years, I moved to Owasso. I had gotten engaged for a little bit with someone that I had met, and that just didn't work out, but nothing bad, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And I got a job at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Hey.
They're a pretty good company. That I was there for about 2.5 years throughout that time. And then I would say I moved back to Skytook. And I've learned a lot there too. Like they had a mentorship program that I got to be a part of for a little bit. So I learned a lot about leadership and things. And now I'm like one of their supervisors for a couple of their different departments. Well, I say a couple, one, but I've been for a couple of them.
Yeah.
And that one has been really great because I met my fiance. He's absolutely fantastic. Hi, babe. Um,
Awesome. Also always got a shout out.
Of course. Yes, he's amazing. I love him so much. He has definitely helped me grow, like especially over the last year. Like we've known each other now, it'll be 3 years soon.
Wow.
And he's definitely been part of my growth, like for sure. And I'm just very thankful for that, honestly. Like going was a blessing because I was you know how you're at that one job that you're just like, man, I'm here, but I really want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me the opportunity to leave from Academy, and I met some fantastic people who I'm still friends with today. And I've been there for now almost it'll be 3 years in August. And that's been pretty good as far as life goes and stuff. Like I said, fiance, so we're gonna get married soon. Hopefully, he's currently in Wichita right now working.
Mhm.
But he'll be moving back, and we're gonna get our own place and things, and we'll see how where life takes us there.
Congratulations, congratulations, that's exciting.
Yeah, thank you.
It sounds like you're balancing a lot of different things right now, between school and, working through that, work, sounds like some good, I don't know if it's okay for me to call them promotions, but, solid positions at work,
Yeah.
fiance. So how would you see yourself like balancing all that? Does it feel smooth? It feels like a very chill season, or does it feel like
So
a lot is kind of happening?
a lot has happened. So in a good way. Again, I attribute to a lot of my growth, like in honestly just time management. Like Macy's helped that a lot because I used to be all over the place. I
Mhm.
would get, and I think that has something to do with ADHD, not going to like say or anything, but a lot of my time management skills are all over the place. Like I'll start something or I'll do something here or I vice versa. And doing the job at Macy's really helped me grow in that aspect and learn kind of how to balance it out. And I kind of was able to then put that in my own life. So like I know how to kind of balance out work versus school and what to do with like homework or
Mhm.
work projects or um like there for a while, I was very involved in my church, and so it was like Sundays were super busy, Wednesdays were super busy, during the week was super busy. So like I got a appointment planner, started writing everything out if something were to come up. I have sticky notes everywhere at one point, like to remind myself, like, okay, Thursday's this, but Friday's this. And definitely the appointment book helped. I have a calendar on my fridge that I like write other things on, like when my bills are due or like to-do lists of things that I need to get done, and I check them off. And that has definitely helped. Kind of just something seeing something visually has
Yeah.
very much helped, if
Yeah.
that's kinda answering your question.
No, it's I think it does very much so. It almost sounds like, right, like you have this musically talented aspect of your life that has kind of followed you, and I don't know, this is just an assumption or a feeling that I personally have, which is I think people who are musically talented, it has a like an art component or an art piece that's like that's like very visual, right? And so
Yeah.
they tend to be, these visual individuals. And so I resonate with the need for things to actually visually see it,
Yeah.
because it speaks to, I don't know, the artistic side of the whole music spectrum. I love music too. I just want to
Yeah.
throw that out there. So that's why I say that. So kind of like when you see yourself in the future, obviously married is one factor, and finishing this degree. But what else do you see? I know you mentioned a little bit about transferring out, possibly, or going somewhere
Yeah, I'm
else.
still on the fence about that because, like, right now, like, coming back, my main focus was just to graduate TCC. I'm like, "I just
Mhm.
wanna get in, just wanna finish." And so far, I have, like, a semester and a half down, and I have 2 more to go, and then I'll be able to graduate from TCC. It really just depends on, like, where my fiance's at and,
Mhm.
like, what we talk about and discuss and, where we're gonna go. Because we thought about moving out of state and, like, I might, like, go somewhere else over there. If I stay in Oklahoma, am I going to pursue, more of an education? I might actually need to if I choose to go down, like, the music therapy, road, things like that. Or if I just wanna hang tight with my Macy's job for a little bit, and then once we get established, kinda go from there. But yeah, it's kinda up in the air at the moment.
But it does sound like there are a lot of different options and ways that you could go.
Yeah.
If you could choose one path, and that's like, yo, if you can decide any of them, like out of all the paths in front of you, be like, you can choose, it's gonna happen. Which one would you?
So I really wanna be a mom, actually.
Come on.
So,
Hey.
like, I if so, like, say we're established, right, and we chose this life. Um, my fiancé or husband at the time or, has a really good job. hopefully then we can start our family, and then I can be a stay-at-home mom for a while until they go to school. But until then, I'll be working, vice versa. But yeah, I just want to be a mom, you
No,
know?
that's fair. That's fair. I was just curious if there was a specific direction that you were interested
Yeah.
in, invested in, and wanted to see play out.
If I go the other way, I really do like the therapy idea. I met a gentleman at work who does therapy and like as his main job,
Mhm.
and he was telling me all about it and different things. And he works with people who have brain injuries and
Mhm.
like helping them figure out like navigate life now, because before he was explaining to me someone who could walk up the stairs like normal now has to struggle and they get frustrated and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow,
Mhm.
that's really cool. Not that part, but helping them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, and then like when you add the music part of it, because he kind of talked a little bit about it because hasn't really seen that part of it. But he did mention a couple different things and it just sounded really cool. So either be a stay-at-home mom or, go down the occupational therapy.
No, that's cool. That's cool. It's funny because as you were sharing that, the image that popped up in my head with music therapy, and I don't even know it, I'm hearing music therapy and I'm learning because I don't know what music therapy is all about, but I get the image in my head of someone trying to get up the stairs and they're like, "Wait, wait, before you go up, you got to play the tunes." And it's like, "Dun, dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
dun, dun, dun,
Uh,
dun." And I just I just see
or
him
what
getting ready to go up the
some
steps.
Shania Twain song. Come on, girls, or let's
Something.
go, girls.
That's what I'm saying. Just something that's like gets you hyped, ready to do it. And
Yes.
it's part of the process. No, I think that's really cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Well, definitely. I mean, I appreciate you sharing a little bit about yourself for us to be able to get to know you. I don't know if there's anything that you want to just share to leave with some other
Yeah.
students, maybe TCC, TU, or are you they're just tuning in? Is there anything that you just want to leave them with?
Yeah, my main thing is like college is an anytime type of deal. A lot of people pressure like young high schoolers who just graduate to immediately go and stuff like that. I mean, do what's best for you. Like wait it out if you feel like waiting. If you're in it right now and you need a break, take a break. There's
Hmm.
always a chance to come back and ask all the questions you can, learn everything that you can. It's never too late.
Never too late. No, that's real. That's real. Thank you so much, Sarah. You are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
This was fun.
for filling us out, for coming out. It's super awesome. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of The Fitting Room. You just heard from Sarah. So if y'all want to come on The Fitting Room, y'all can connect via probably Instagram is probably the best place for you to go, but you can go to my Instagram account, click the link in the bio, it'll send you to the Google form from there, or you can if you're on Spotify or podcasts, you can click on the link there. But either way, you can fill that out. We'll get you on and we'll love to have you. Until then, I hope that you can see how y'all fit in the fitting room. Peace.
See you later.